All right. Good morning. Welcome back. Gotta show it. So here it is. The mandatory little message here before we get started. I'm sure if you've done these videos before, you've seen this before, but bear with me, please. I hope you are having a great day so far. Happy Friday. And we're going to get rolling today. We're going to do things slightly different than Monday. Monday, previous workouts, we were doing 2 rounds of everything. Kylie, if you're watching this video, here is 3 times through 3 rounds, just like you requested. So let's get started. We're doing lots of lunges today. Lots and lots of lunges. Let's get started on one knee. So just in a lunge position, we're going to warm up from a lunge. We're going to do some lunges. We're going to do some other stuff. And it'll be a nice quick workout. So from that lunge position, start by tightening your abs and then taking about 5 seconds to lift all the way up to the top, focusing on using those buns, those glutes. 5 seconds or so to lower back down. So right off the bat, we're just focused on using the right muscles here. So by pushing through the heel of your front foot, squeezing buns tight, that means that you're getting more help from the hips rather than just those quads and hamstrings trying to do all the work. Let's go all the way up, all the way back down. That's 3 or 4. Let's go for 5. All the way up, all the way back down. And then let's switch sides here. So abs tight, glutes tight, push through the heel, all the way up, all the way back down, all the way up, all the way back down. This is number 3. So because we're taking our time here, we can think about the muscles that need to be working, i.e. glutes, quads, hamstrings, pretty equal proportion. This might be 6 at this point. Good. Now what we're going to do is with those hands on the floor, now we're in a low lunge position. We're not going to spend a ton of time just hanging out here stretching, but I want you to, with control, switch feet. So see if you can spend a second here. Back knee is just hovering just above the floor. Now you're going to lift that foot, set it down back to go back with your other foot, I should say. Now, without dragging this foot, see if you can hoist it all the way forward to that lunge. So this is going to use a fair amount of abs here. As we hoist that foot up, bring it back to meet the other foot. Do your best to not rush that. Good, and rest. The last little bit of warm-up work we're going to do here is making sure we're good here. Yeah, I think we're all set. Last little bit of warm-up work that we're going to do is wide feet. Similar to what we stretched out with the other day, we're going to get the heel of that bent knee or bent leg down on the floor, and then we're going to work our way across to the other side. So your extended leg will end up with toes pointed toward the ceiling or the sky, and then your bent knee is going to have that heel planted on the floor, and the entire foot is going to be glued down to the floor. We're working our way back and forth to get those hips sort of opened up, get those legs working, maybe challenge your mobility just a little bit. We're gonna go one more time, each direction. Good. Okay, so we're just gonna dive right in. I'm still like half in the sun, half out of the sun, but this is the best spot that I've got for Wi-Fi and filming, so we're just gonna deal with it. So we're gonna start out today with a reverse lunge. So I wanna see hands on the hips, simply switching feet, but we're gonna go from standing to stepping a foot back. Reason being, that tends to protect the front knee a little bit better, keep it from diving out over the toes. We're gonna go through 30 seconds there, and then we're gonna go through a bent over Y. So feet together, butt back, bringing those hands up in front of you. Basically, the position we're going for is that Y position. We're gonna do that for 30 seconds, and then we're coming back to the lunge movement, but we're doing jump lunges. So we're either going to jump and switch feet, or you can just do a fast exchange of your feet. So let's get ready. Starting with reverse lunges first. Ready, set, go. I have my timer set here. So with these reverse lunges, we are just working on taking that back knee toward the floor as close as we can, but we're still moving at a pretty controlled pace. And let's rest there. Now we're gonna come into that Y movement. So, like I said before, if you've got feet together, you're gonna send those hips back behind you. You wanna bring torso down so the stomach is against the thighs. Ready, set, go. So we're reaching those arms long. We're making that Y position. I like to go thumbs toward the sky because that helps my shoulder move through that position a little bit better. But depending on your shoulders, you can also have palms facing the floor. We're gonna go for another 10 seconds here. This is really gonna be a helpful movement for healthy posture, healthy shoulders, and time. All right, we got a couple seconds, and we are going into those jump lunges. Getting ready, and ready, set, go. So like I said, today's a lot of lunging, because I was doing leg day Wednesday, and lunges were just destroying me, so I figured make a whole workout of lunges. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and time. Good. Let's take a little break here. Oh my goodness. Lunges are tough. It's not going to be just simply lunges today, but it's going to be a lot of lunge type movements. Oh. By the end of this workout, we'll probably be pretty sick of lunges. So we're coming back. Second round here. We're getting started on those reverse lunges. Ready, set, go. These first 30 seconds might be, relatively speaking, the easiest of the three movements. But we're still going to be working for a little bit of muscle burn here. Looking for good form. We do want to fatigue those muscles. And time. All right. This round, instead of doing the Y, we're going to do a T. So we're going to set up in the exact same way. Feet together, butt back, and T. Go. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. If you have some smaller dumbbells, this is a great exercise for using those dumbbells. Exhale as you raise those hands up. Control them back down. Just 5 seconds to go. And time. All right, we've got jump lunges next. Take a big deep breath. Ready, set, go. Now those legs are probably burning just a little bit. If you need to, switch to just quickly alternating feet. They may not be jumping both at the same time for you, but we're still moving fast. 3, 2, 1, and time. Oh my. Maricella's back. You might have gotten a late start, but you're still here. Taylor's here. And that means Kylie's here too. Kylie, I don't know if you caught the beginning of this workout, but we're doing 3 rounds of 3 rounds of each circuit, 3 circuits total. So we got one more round. Reverse lunge first. Come on back to standing tall. Make sure you got room behind you. Sending 1 foot at a time back behind you. Go. So keep that front foot firmly planted. Your weight should be on the heel of your front foot. Keep that torso pretty tall too. To spice this last round up, I want you to reach those hands overhead each time you come down into the lunge. And time. All right. 3rd round, instead of the Y or the T, we're going to a W. So we're going to be bringing the arms up this way. All right, ready, set, go. So the trick here is to keep those hands as high as the elbows rather than letting those hands sort of droop toward the floor. So squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Just got 10 more seconds. Pulling hands and elbows away from the floor. 3, 2, 1, and time. We got jump lunges. Forget what I'm doing here. Jump lunges, ready, set, go. In these final 30 seconds, work as quick and as hard as you can. My legs are already gassing out on me, so I'm just gonna go to quickly exchanging feet as best I can. Just no stopping no matter what. Just 5 more seconds. And time. Oh, all right. And the jelly's here. It's good to see you. All right, take a little break here. We're going to step ups, which, all right, technically not a lunge, but it's the same movement. So we're gonna do step ups, we're gonna do dips, and we're gonna do some toe taps. So we're gonna need that chair here. For the step ups, I want you to lift yourself all the way up and lower all the way back down on the same leg. At the bottom, switch feet. All the way up, all the way back down, switch feet. So we're going 3 rounds. It's 3 exercises for 3 rounds. Getting ready here. Step ups first. Ready, set, go. Depending on the height of your chair, if you can use the leg that is up on the chair to do all of that lifting and all of that lowering, that's preferable. So rather than sort of bouncing off the foot on the floor, make that top leg work. And time. So we got dips next. For those dips, legs extended is a little bit harder. Knees bent is a little bit easier. Ready, set, go. Exhale as you press up. Keep your back close to that chair. And then keep chest up as well. Nice proud chest here. Elbows point behind you. You're doing awesome. We got 3, 2, 1, and next we've got toe taps. So what I want you to do is lift one foot at a time, tapping it to the edge of the chair. And we're going for speed. Ready, set, go. "15 seconds left." And time. All right, we're taking 30 seconds. I'm taking 30 seconds. So on those toe taps, do your best to not catch your toe on the chair. Just tap toes right to the edge of the chair. That drill is all about getting the heart rate up. So move as quick as you can. We're gonna start back. In a couple seconds here. We're going back to the step-ups first. All right. Step-ups, ready, set, go. Just like we did on that first set, use this top leg, the leg on the chair, to do the lifting and the lowering. The purpose of this set is strength. So slow, steady speed that you can control the whole way. No bouncing, no falling, no jumping, and time. All right, we got dips next. On those dips, if you were working with bent knees, this time try straight legs. Ready, set, go. Working the triceps here. Shoulders and chest will be working a little bit, but really we want to gas out the triceps. Four more seconds. One more time. And stand. We got toe taps. Remember, we're tapping feet right to the edge of that chair. Ready, set, go. Keep pushing, move as quick as you can. Hopefully that's a little faster than I can move. 5 more seconds. And time. All right. 2 rounds down. 1 to go here. We've got that same circuit of step-ups, dips, and toe taps. Let that heart rate come back down. We're only getting 10 seconds between each exercise, about 30 seconds at the end of the set. Enough time to recover, but not so much time that we, I don't want to waste your Friday morning. So we're coming back to step-ups. Let's get ready and go. This first exercise is slow and controlled. If you notice that I'm leaning my body forward just a little bit to step up, I'm sticking my butt out first, keeping that slight forward lean to lower down. At the top though, stand up tall. And time. All right, we got dips. Ready, set, go. Keep breathing. Even if your arms are getting tired, keep breathing. Especially if your arms are getting tired. You need that air. Keep pushing. Just 5 more seconds. And time. All right, we got toe taps. Last exercise of the second circuit. Ready, set, go. Move as fast as you can. Burn out those legs on this last 30 seconds here. Ten more seconds. And time. All right. 2 circuits down. 1 circuit 3 times through. That's all that's left here. What we'll be doing is a curtsy crossover lunge. What that will look like is as we send that foot back behind us, we're also going to cross it over and then lower down into that lunge. So there's a little bit of lateral movement here. From a side view, it's still going to look like a pretty standard lunge. We're just sending that foot at a diagonal back behind us. From there, we're going to go to push-ups. But what I want you to work on today is an alternated grip. 15 seconds through, I'll call out switch, and we'll switch those hands. So whether you're on your knees or your feet, or even doing your push-ups up on a chair, doesn't matter. You can still have that alternated position for your hands. It's going to be a nice little challenge thrown in there. And then third, for that metabolic conditioning, for that cardio, we are doing a speed skater. So we're staying low and we're hopping side to side as quick as we can. And again, staying as low as possible. So starting out with that curtsy lunge here, or crossover lunge. Getting ready and go. Again, on this first 30 seconds of exercise, we're moving pretty slow. The goal here is to fire up the muscles of the legs, fatigue them, so that when we come back around to that third set for speed, we can really, really drive that heart rate up. Muscles that are already a little burnt out. Getting the most bang for your buck. All right, time. Come on down to your mat. We got those push-ups with an alternated grip. Ready, set, go. Doesn't matter which hand is forward, which hand is back. We're going to do 15 seconds and then switch hands. 3, 2, 1, and switch hands. But keep going. Five seconds to go. And time. All right. Stand. We got speed skaters. Getting ready, set, go. Stay as low as you can. Move as quick as you can with the largest hops that you can possibly make, side to side. If you want to get fancy with the arms, you can. Just 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's take 30 seconds here. Take a little breather. We got 2 more rounds to go. On that curtsy lunge, if that's bugging the knees, you can always switch to something like a squat. In fact, that'd be a perfect alternative if you're feeling that exercise in a bad way in the knees. So coming back, we've got those crossover or curtsy lunges first. Getting ready, set, go. Keep your torso tall here. Take that back knee down so it just about grazes the floor for another 5 seconds. It's at least one more each way. And time. Come on down. We've got that staggered hand positioning on the push-ups. Ready, set, go. And ready, set, switch, hands. Keep doing those push-ups. Three, two, one, and stand. We got speed skaters hopping side to side. Getting ready, set, go. You're only on 1 foot at a time here. Moving as quickly as you can. Staying as low as you can. Be aggressive here. Doing great for 3, 2, 1, and time. Very nice. 2 rounds down. 1 more round of those to go. Let that heart rate come back down first. We're just taking that quick little break. Giving you enough time to quickly recharge before that last round. All right, come on up to standing. Let's get this over with. Crossover lunges first. Ready, set, go. Think more about moving with precision here. Performing this movement correctly. What you might be noticing now that we're in the 3rd set of these is that outside of your butt, outside of the booty, glute med starting to burn like crazy. And time. All right. We got those push-ups. 1 last round. Staggered hand positioning. Ready, set, go. If you're on your toes and you start to get tired, switch to knees, but don't stop. Now, alternate those hands. Switch those hands. Keep going. Just 5 more seconds. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, back on your feet. Got that last round of the speed skaters. Ready, set, go. Keep moving the whole time, no matter what. Keep that heart rate up. It's your last little bit of work. Work as hard as you can. Five more seconds. And time. All right. Good work. So what we're going to do, I'm over here dying. Oh my gosh. What we're going to do is finish up a nice, healthy little ab burn. So we're doing planks. But the rule is you can only ever have 3 limbs, only 3 extremities on the floor at a time. That means is that one, whether it's a hand or a foot, has to stay lifted no matter what. Which hand or foot you choose to lift is up to you, and you can switch as you go. You just got to get through the minute. So let's set up. I'm going to do my first round on my forearms. You can be in a push-up position, or you can be down in that standard plank position. That is also up to you. If you're on your knees, if that's where you're at, that's okay. That's still a good plank. It just means you have to have either one foot or one arm lifted, and you got to maintain that proper plank position. So getting ready, come on down to the floor. Pick whatever position you're going to set yourself up in. Ready, set, go. I'm thinking I'm going to go 10 seconds per extremity. Start with feet, 1 foot off the floor. Now I've got one hand off the floor. My thinking is that it's probably easier to keep a leg off the floor than an arm off the floor. So I'll end up doing 2 cycles of 1 leg off the floor. It's looking great. We're already 40 seconds in. Doing so good. Keep holding that. 10 seconds to go here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's a minute. Take a break. Give those shoulders a second. Give that core a second. And because you've got one extremity off the floor at a time, it means that your hips have to work harder. Your hips have to stay engaged to keep you from rocking side to side or sagging your butt, sticking your butt up in the air. So we're coming back. This time I'm going to go push-up position. Getting ready. Set. Go. So booty's tight. Abs are tight. There's only 3 extremities on the floor at a time. You're following along with me. I'm doing 10 seconds at a time. Breaking this down into bite-sized pieces. "30 seconds done." Looking good. We're back to lifting one of the legs at a time here. Doing great. "10 seconds to go. You can do this. Hold it. No matter what, keep holding it. 3, 2, 1, and time. 2 down, 1 to go. Just one sweet, sweet plank left here. Give yourself a second. Remember, it's up to you. If you want to be down in that classic plank position on your forearms, you can. You can stick with the push-up position. That's up to you. You can be on knees or toes, just no matter what. You got to hold the plank for the full minute. One last round here. Ready, set, go. I'm switching my feet here. Core is still tight. Buns are flexed. Body maintains that plank position no matter what. Doesn't matter if you've got an arm lifted or a foot lifted. Maintain that perfect plank the whole time. "40 seconds down, 20 seconds to go. That's nothing. We're 15 seconds away from the weekend here. Last 10 seconds. Keep holding that. Keep holding that. 5 more seconds to go. And time. Awesome job today. Awesome work. Take a second. I'm going to do a little bit of cool down work. If you've had enough, you want to call it a day, you can sign off. That's totally fair. I'm going to run through about 10, 15 minutes of cool down work, a little bit of stretching. So, because of all that lunge work that we did today, we're going to start back in that nice low lunge. So, back knees on the floor, hands are on the floor. And what I'm working on here is pushing those hips down toward the floor. So I hope that you've been staying active, choosing to do those things right now that make you happy. Let's switch sides here. Choosing activities that feel positive, maybe bring a little productivity to your day. It's not to say that you have to just be busy, but with all this downtime where we're all at home, I know it certainly feels good to accomplish something in a day, even if that's like brushing my teeth, putting grown-up clothes on, maybe cooking a solid meal. One more time, we're going to switch sides. But if doing something productive or accomplishing something includes some movement, the bonus that we get there is that little endorphin rush too. You walk away from that session feeling pretty good. Get the happy brain juices flowing. Pump that blood a little bit, break a sweat. Now what we're doing is we're coming into that same hip flexor stretch position, but this time, now that we're up tall, brace your core tight, and then squeeze the buns of the back leg. That's going to push those hips forward. So we get a really good stretch through the front of the hip. Good stretch through the hip flexors here. Switching sides. So notice that we're going to resist that temptation to arch the back here. We're going to brace through the core, flex booty on that back leg, and then use the flex buns to push the hips forward. This ought to be a little bit more specific with your stretch rather than just flopping forward into a nice big arch back. Okay, one more time on each side here. That was a lot of lunges today. You did great. You'll be walking into the weekend on maybe slightly shaky, but strong legs. One more time, switch sides here. Little balance challenge. By now, hopefully that heart rate has come back down. We're going to set up, this is just a variation of a piriformis stretch. So if you start, I'm going to see if I can kind of turn myself at an angle toward the camera here, give you a better idea of what I'm doing. You're going to cross your front leg. That shin is going to be at a, I guess, perpendicular angle in front of you. So actually your shin and your shoulders are basically squared up. And then we're going to pull that back leg back behind the body. Think of aspiring toward sort of the splits on that back leg. And then you can lean your torso forward over the front leg, and you should feel a really good stretch through the back side of that front leg. So it's sort of below the butt on that front leg. The more that you can drop your torso forward into the stretch, the more you ought to feel it. And then we get that added bonus of actually stretching out the hip flexors on the back leg, because that back leg is doing its best to point straight back behind us. I know I'm saying front and back a lot here, but bear with me. Switching sides here, so let's bring that back leg forward, send that front leg back. That shin is squared up with my shoulders. That back leg is pointing back behind me, and then dropping forward into the stretch. Steady breaths here. Breathe your way deeper into that stretch. So this is similar to that butterfly stretch that you have probably done before. It's going to give you some of the same sort of stretching sensation. But if we set up in this butterfly stretch, what you'll probably notice is that your adductors, so insides of the thighs, will get a little bit more mileage out of the stretch. You can hang onto the toes here, but think of hinging from your hips to bring that torso forward while keeping a relatively flat spine. You did great today. I'm going to wrap it up there. Like I said, choose to do something that makes you happy. If that's accomplishing something or being productive, awesome. But simply putting pressure on yourself to busy yourself right now doesn't necessarily mean that it's positive productivity. So don't mistake productivity for busyness. Do something that's going to make you feel good. Have a great weekend. We'll be back at it on Monday and Friday. Bring a friend, bring a family member. Have a great weekend. Okay, take care.